This video is a review of the WallStreetBets stocks, and the most prominent of them all is Gamestop. Gamestop is currently up 117.91%, also trading below all of its trend lines, including the volume weighted average price. And this is a 1 minute type chart. So it's understood that President Biden is observing what's going on with this Wall Street versus working class. So I want to believe he is on the side of the working class. And but I also understand that some of the hedge funds and the big investment houses on Wall Street want the SEC to crack down on some of those forums or fora on Reddit and elsewhere, And then, but also what is also likely to happen is that a lot of these folks, these market participants, because that's what they are, what might fall foul of SEC rules and exchange rules. And one exchange rule that is likely to be violated, even on a normal day, is trading beyond your opening balance. So, if you have an opening balance that is less than $25,000, so if you have an opening balance that is less than $25,000, I believe that rule is still in place. You can't trade more than your opening balance. So if you opened, even if you had $1 billion, if you suddenly sold $1 billion right now, but you didn't open with $1 billion, you can't trade more than what you opened with. If you open with 10,000 and you sold and your balance, now you sold $1,000, $1 billion worth of stocks, you can only trade up to 10,000, which is your opening balance. The subsequent session, you will be able to trade as many times as you want, provided if it's more than $25,000. So we'll move on to the next equity, which will be AMC. AMC is the other popular one as well. So AMC is currently up 285.3, whatever it is, 285%. So I believe some of these stocks, some of these companies like AMC, they need resources. They've been affected by COVID. They are probably going to take advantage of this and raise funds. So all of this is not a wasted. It's not that futile. It's risky for the participants, but the company itself is going to benefit from this, and they will hopefully, I guess, succeed in sustaining jobs keeping jobs, sustaining jobs, and because what they need is the capital. They are, well, you might say they are zombie companies, yes, but they didn't. The pandemic wasn't their fault, and they didn't impose the lockdown. So the government, the state imposed this coma on them. So this is a different time. You can't, as much as there's always this talk that zombie companies should be allowed to die, but look, this is a different time altogether. Who says that rule must apply now? The market participants are saying otherwise. They are saying, no, we don't want short sellers to outmaneuver us in the market. We're going to do this, and ultimately, AMC, for instance, is going to benefit from this. They can even raise more funds now, going by what we're seeing right now. GameStop can also do the same. Some weeks ago, GameStop was only trading at $20. So the next one will be expr. So expr is 237% or thereabout. It's still on the 1 minute type chart. It's also below all of its trend lines, but probably not below, but above its volume weighted average price. And so the next one will be Nokia. Nokia is slightly trading below, I believe it's a 10-day trend line. It's up 57.9%. So some of these stocks haven't felt enough of the force of this rebels. Forgive me if for using that word, but yeah, it's a market rebellion. So it's allowed, I guess. So the next one is BlackBerry. BlackBerry is up 42 point something percent. It's still on the 1 minute time chart, so it's struggling between its 10-day or the 20-day trend. It's in between the 10-day and 20-day trend lines, and above the other ones, the 50-day, the 50-day, the 200-day, and the volume weighted average price. So we'll move on to the next one, which is Inovio. Inovio is obviously a company that got some funding from the U.S. Defense Department, and is developing drugs for cancer, even COVID-19 therapies and all that stuff. So some of these guys are seeing, and some of this markets rebels are saying, why do short sellers have to do this to a company like Inovio, for instance. So it's up 26.65%. So that crowd hasn't descended on Inovio that much. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. I think it's Kodak. Kodak is just above its trading probably below all of its trend lines, struggling to trade above them. So but it is now up 35.74%. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. The next one is KOSS. I believe this one has felt more of that. Yes. This is Koss Corporation. Koss is up 261.57%. It's in between the trend lines, in between the short term and the intermediate and the long term trend lines. So the next one will be bliaq. I believe this is one that one might be tempted to join in because of the price. It's only roughly 17 cents. So if you're really going to join this because of this price, if you're really going to join this, obviously don't stake your house. Don't stake your house. Nothing. I would even advise nothing more than $10. Nothing more than $10 on BB liquidating Inc. Nothing more than this. So it's up 201.20%. I believe it's probably as a result of this Wall Street rebels. I'm not sure if this is the case. I believe it is probably. Okay, so the next one will be FOSL, Fosl Group Inc. Fosl Group is up 81.2% or something like that. Okay, and it has dropped below all of its trend lines and trying to seeing some support from its volume weighted average price line. Okay, and this is still the 1 minute time chart, because that is the closest you can get to what's going on in the market. And yeah, it's up 80.47% at 22.83%. Sorry, $20.83. So the next one will be BBW, which is Builder Bear. It's up 26.42%. I don't exactly know if this is also part of the is one of those stocks that has been descended by these rebels, and we don't exactly have its short interest as well. So it's currently below, it's up 25.73%, and trading below all of its trend lines, including the volume weighted average price. So before we round up, let's see if we can have a look at Gamestop again as well. Gamestop is up 113%. It has lost some of that steam. It was up 200 and something, so 200% or more. So this is the second or third day of this rally. Yeah, like I said in earlier on, the company can take advantage of this and raise capitals. It has met an important criteria in its business operations, in its activities, which is, it's been in a position to raise funds, and that's very important. So all you can do is, I believe even issuing more shares will probably ensure that somehow some of these gains are even locked in, and because if it goes into a liquidation, into a dilution, what will mostly dilute is the price. Indeed, some people might lose out. What will result is the price will fall, but the value might still be locked in. And if you have a lower value, people might perceive it. Market participants might perceive it as less risky. Indeed, if it is also diluted, the risk of losing value also increases, because assuming, you can imagine if it's diluted to about $31. So if it falls from $31, it's a bigger fall if it's falling from $31 as against falling from $31. So it's easier for $31 to lose value relative to $316. If that makes any sense. Okay. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. And thank you for those who have already subscribed, for pushing this subscriber number beyond 1,000. So let's keep subscribing so that we can get it way beyond 2,000, up to 10,000 and beyond. Let's get this subscriber number up like GameStop and all of the stocks. Okay, thank you very, very, very much for watching this video, and we'll continue to update you. Thank you very much.